Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Today we're doing the listening 2 of Unit 2, Food and Nutrition. And the topic of today's listening is a Vietnamese food you must eat. Alright, I'm going to talk about the outcome of the lesson, my top 5 Vietnamese dishes. We're learning the taste and the textures when we talk about food, and we're going to personalize our vocabulary. In this listening, we have 2 tasks, and finally, we'll do the self-assessment. At the end of the lesson today, you can name 5 basic tastes. You can name 4 ingredients of Bun Bo Hue, and you can name 3 basic textures. You can identify and describe the tastes and the texture of Bun Bo Hue. So you know the topic already. Today we're talking about, we're listening to a recording about Bun Bo Hue. Now first, I'd like to share with you my top 5 Vietnamese dishes. The first one is bánh mì sandwich. This is number 1. I often have bánh mì sandwich for breakfast. The second one is spring rolls. We usually have spring rolls on special occasions, for example, Tết holiday or my birthdays. The third one is phở noodle. Also a very popular dish in Vietnam. The fourth one is crispy pancake. This is number 4. And finally, rice, vermicelli, and beef. Again, rice, vermicelli, and beef. You're right, it's Bún Bò Huế, rice, vermicelli, and beef. Over to you. Think about your favorite food. What are your top 5 Vietnamese dishes? Thank you. Now I'm going to talk about the 5 basic tastes. Let's look at the photo. Here you have cake, lemon, bitter melon, and potato chips. Taste is the flavor of food. When we say that food tastes good or bad, or food tastes bad, we are usually talking about the taste. For example, in picture 1, cake often tastes sweet. In number 2, lemon often tastes sour. You're right, we say sour. And number 3, bitter melon often tastes bitter. Number 4, potato chips will taste salty. You see here, you add lots of salt, so it will taste salty. Again, the 4 basic tastes: sweet, sour, bitter, and salty. The 5th taste is called umami. Tiếng Nhật thường được gọi là vị ngọt thịt, là một trong 5 vị cơ bản cùng với vị ngọt, vị chua, vị đắng và vị mặn. Umami là một từ mượn từ chữ tiếng Nhật umami, có nghĩa là vị ngon. Vị ngọt thịt. But actually you have tomato, so you can say tomato taste umami. Fish taste umami. Cheese, taste umami. Mushroom, taste umami. And these two. Again, can you name the 5 basic tastes? Sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and umami. Let's move on to texture. Texture is about how the food feels in your mouth. One food can have many different textures, like candy. If you look at this, you see that it feels soft. And this one, candy feels hard. Chewing gum, it feels chewy. And potato snacks, it feels crunchy. Again, there are 4 basic textures, and we often say it feels soft, it feels hard, it feels chewy, or it feels crunchy. Now please go to our Quizlet page to do the practice on the Vietnamese food you must eat, useful vocabulary. After that, you do vocabulary practice. You are going to personalize when you talk about the food you like. What kind of food do you like? Or what kind of food don't you like? I'm gonna go fast. You see here, Vietnamese crispy pancake or bánh xèo. My favorite dish is Vietnamese pancake because it tastes crispy and the fish sauce tastes sweet and sour. I really don't like eating hamburgers because they taste salty and oily. No hamburgers because they taste salty and oily. Now please answer 2 questions. What kind of food do you like? What kind of food don't you like? And why? Or why not? Let's move on to the listening. In this recording, you are going to watch Mark Nguyen, a YouTube vlogger, and he's talking about Bun Bo Hue, rice vermicelli, and beef. Go to this link to watch the video. In task 1, you are going to listen to the speech and you are going to answer the multiple choice questions. What does Mark Nguyen say about Bun Bo Hue? Choose the best answer. Number 1. Where is Bun Bo Hue from? Is it from the south of Vietnam? Is it from the north of Vietnam? Or is it from the central part of Vietnam? If you watch Mark Nguyen's speech, you hear that he said, it's from Hue, the central part of Vietnam. The central part of Vietnam. So the correct answer for question number 1 is C, the central part of Vietnam. Now please log on to the online system to complete task 1 of the listening. In task 2, you are going to watch the clip as many times as you like, and you write 1 word for each missing gap. The time indicates specific minutes, and seconds of the sentence in the video. For example, in the 5th second of the recording, you hear he said, "I'm sitting down for a famous Vietnamese noodle." At the 5th second of the video, he said, "I'm sitting down for a famous Vietnamese noodle dish called Bun Bo Hue." Dish is the correct answer. You will type the word dish into the recording, into the test 2 of the exercise on the online system. Thank you. And now let's move to the last slide, self-assessment. Can you name basic taste? 5 basic tastes. Can you name 4 ingredients of Bun Bo Hue? Can you name 3 basic textures? Can you identify and describe the taste and the textures of Bun Bo Hue? Thank you. That's the end of listening to Vietnamese food you must eat. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.